Hey my beautiful friends, thanks for tuning in. So I'm finally going to show you my geography curriculum for this year 2019. And this is take two for me, you guys. I'm doing this video for the second time because the first time I did it in my other camera and I couldn't find the cords to the camera to download it into the computer. Hashtag YouTube mom problems. Yes. So here I am again. I'm going to keep it simple, you guys. These are just great workbooks to get your kids feet wet with geography and just to get them all aware of pretty much how to read maps, charts, and graphs. It's super simple. It's just exactly straight to the point. There is no teacher manual to these. The answer keys are in the back. There's the glossary in the back, but seriously, it's so simple and so straightforward. Your kids can do it on their own. If your kid is already reading, they can do it on their own. So I'm going to show you the 4 levels that we did this year. Jonah did 2 levels. And Jill did 2 levels. Now, each level is intended for 1 grade. So, level A is for 1st grade, B for 2nd, C for 3rd, and D for 4th. But they're so skinny, you guys. The books are so skinny. 21 lessons. You can do it once per week. Or like us, we just love this so much. We did it like 3 times a week. And we ended up doing 2 books in like less than like half of the year of school. We finished it really quick. But it was great. My kids learned a lot, and I'm just going to show you inside. Oh, I do want to say that my dear friend Tanya from Project Happy Home also has a review on level A. She's very thorough with it. I'm going to link it down below because she's going to do a better job explaining than me. I'm just going to show you inside, but they're so thorough, so easy. You're going to see. Okay, so these are the levels that Jonah did. Again, is intended for 1st grade and 2nd grade, but they're so simple. We just did them all in 1 year. I actually didn't even know that they were intended for 1 grade. I just thought they were so skinny, so simple. I get them 2 books each, but then when I read into it, that's how they have it laid out. So it's 21 lessons per book. This is what the level A entails. The level A can really be done with a kindergarten too, like a kindergarten that can read on his own. And in my case, Jonah was in 1st grade. He's still learning to read, and so I read it with him. It took us like 10 minutes per lesson. So here you take a look at the first lesson. Again, I told you guys, Tanya did such a good job with explaining this one. And my little guy just joined the video over there. Yes, he did. So yeah, straightforward, multiple choice, which I like a lot because they get to think of the answers all on their own, but giving them, you know, other things to throw them off. So I like the multiple choice. I like that it's not so much writing. This, like I said, it took like 10 minutes per lesson for me to do it with Jonah. So I like that here it introduces them to map, like more directions and words. So backward, forward, between, away from. It's kind of like setting the mold for cardinal directions. And then that's the next thing that comes, cardinal directions. Then it gives them some definition. A lot of pretty much everything that they need is in those 2 pages. They don't have to go nowhere to find any answers or anything like that. It's very straightforward. And so again, this is level A, and now I'm going to show you level B. Oh, and if I didn't say, level A is the places around me. Level B is neighborhoods. So this one again was intended for 2nd grade. Let me show you the table of contents. This is what they're going to learn. There is review here. So I think that the best way to get the best out of these workbooks is to do them consequently. Like, so it's that if your child does A, then you can, you know, let him do B. Let them do it from A to H so they can get the entire course. And how this works is that they start very simple, and then they really do learn how to read real maps, real directions, highways, and all that. It gets into all that as it progresses in the levels. So that's the way it's intended. I really like that. Here's already introducing them to real pictures on level B. So this is lesson A. And captions. It gives them definition, models. So a map is a model of a real place. Again, multiple choice. And some of them have very little writing. You'll see here, like this one here. What is the globe? We took out the globe and did this one together. Super simple. Parts of a map and globe. This one also has compass. You just saw that one there. The grid, how to read a grid, how to read signs, map symbols. And then I like that this one starts giving them real information, Like for example, let me show you here. I think here, like how to tell a scale, like how to do scales in a map. So the actual distance is not that little short, you know, it's not really an inch, it's more like 3 miles per inch, like that kind of thing. So I really like that part. Again, this is so straightforward, you guys, and your child can do it on his own because the information is given to them, and then they have to answer with multiple choice. So it's already introducing them here to continents. We get to read the continents and the compass here, or the coordination, what is it, cardinal directions. And then they have to just follow the directions here. Again, very little writing, so straightforward, you guys. So this is great for independent work or just to get their feet wet for geography, but it really does teach them. It's not just getting their feet wet, like it's really introducing them to real concepts. So this is book B. All right, now this is JL's. He did C and D, again, 3rd grade and 4th grade, but very, very simple to do. Pretty much any, I think the 2nd graders can handle this too. But this is communities here, and this one is states and regions. Let's look inside. It does review, like map making, well, what is a globe? It reviews the cardinal directions. So it does continue on like a review, and then it adds more concepts to it. So in here we're doing boundaries and borders. I really like that one. That lesson. Let me show you inside. So there's more reading on this one. There's more real pictures and more definitions and more writing. So it does get a little bit more like harder as the levels go up. What is a map? It teaches them a real map versus a flat map. Making maps or map making. What is a globe? And then again, cardinal directions. So it's all review, and then it starts adding the world around us, or the world, and then it's reviewing all the continents again, how to read them in the globe, in the map. And this is using directions. Again, a lot of multiple choice, but it's simple for him to answer and do it on his own. He will take about 20 minutes per pages. Of course, a lot of that is he's interrupting his own self or being distracted, but he took about 20 minutes. Map symbols, and then map keys, using a map key. What is a map grid? And this is something that was introduced on book B as well. What is a map scale? Again, telling the distance in the scales on the maps and finding distance. And by this level is introducing them to real highway maps, definitions here. Like interstate highway, highway map, state highways, and so forth. So it's great. Already introducing them to real map reading. How to use a map highway. And then I really like this one, the borders and boundaries, because we talked about how, like, me and Daddy went to Canada and how we needed proper identification to go into the like borders of Canada. We couldn't just go as U.S. citizens. We really needed proper identification and so forth. So I enjoyed this class a lot with them. And then features and so forth. So this is what it looks like for level C. Land and waters. This one we did alongside with the Good and the Beautiful Water unit that had this stuff too. So it kind of worked together. I think it was around the same few weeks. So we reviewed lakes and Gulf, coastlines, oceans, islands, and so forth. And there's another one. I think there's another one correlating to that one too. Let's see. No, I think that was the other one. Okay. Yeah, but this is what level C looks like. And then let's look at level D. And let me show you the table of contents. Here we go. Still reviewing some things here. And then it gets more into like adding more context, reading a political map, reading a state map, comparing maps, and so forth. Let's look inside. So this is the first lesson for, so this is intended for 4th grade. But I think a 3rd grader can also handle it. Again, it gives them the information here, and then they have to add in, they have to answer multiple choice questions. Very few times I had to look at the answer keys. I think barely, maybe once or twice in this one, depending if I just didn't understand myself, but it's so comprehensive, you guys. It really is. Maps and pictures here, and this one, lesson 2 is here, lesson 3 is here. Very simple. Cardinal directions reviewing, intermediate directions. This is introducing them to northeast, southeast. Using a map key again. This is like a fun way of for them to do a different type of answering, not just multiple questions or multiple choice. Again, some writing. Land and water. Again, we reviewed valleys, islands, plains. This is part of the unit for the good and the beautiful too. I guess this is the one I remembered. I thought it was in book C. Elevation map and so forth. So you guys get the idea. There's more writing for level 4. There is more thinking, more kind of working out the answers in their heads, but it's very comprehensive, not so hard. And like I said, I barely had to use the answer keys. So I totally recommend these curriculums, especially if you want your child to learn about maps and also do independent work. It's so great to have them do independent work. And it's a great keepsake too, just to keep it just like that, all stacked up, all together. It's something that they did, an accomplishment. So that is our geography curriculum for this year. I also did geography with the Passport to Adventures. And there's other, like there was some science that threw in some geography. There was some history. Look at this guy. There's other resources that I used, but these are the main ones that I wanted to share with you, and I wanted to do a review for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, if I missed something or anything, just talk to me in the comments. I'll be glad to talk to you, and I hope to see you in the next video.